Okay, great. Good evening, everyone. I can see only five of the audience are there in the chat. What about others, guys? Okay, let me refresh my screen. Let me see how many of you are there. So less audience today, right? So, guys, what was the reason? Everyone is watching IPL or what? Great. Hi, Shubham. Hi, Sam. Hi, Treen. Hi, Pavan. Hi, Sidhu. Is there Nishant, Sam, Akshay? Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. So, guys, can you write in the chat if you guys are liking the session, if you are able to understand everything, or what was the feedback according to you, whether we are going in the right direction, whether you are liking my teaching style, or we are going too slow? Any feedback, positive and negative, please write in the chat, guys. Okay? Yeah. What is the topic? But sorry. I'm still- Great. What about others? Only one feedback? Okay, great. Thank you, everyone. Then, yeah. So basically, if everyone is liking the session, then why the okay people are less today? Okay, great. So okay, great, great. So, guys, the agenda of today's session will be about building decision-making problem. We will be seeing how we can control the flow of the program, okay, and what all use case we have in the problem statement, and how to identify which control statement to use at what time, okay, in the problem statement. So, we will be seeing how we can write down the code also in this session, okay, everyone? Yeah. So without wasting our time, let's start our session, right? 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, guys. Let me share my screen. So, guys, according to you, anyone from the audience, what is this control statement? Anyone? Why we need a control statement and what are different kind of control statement? Control statement here. Sir, explain about assignment and how to submit it. Okay, so you will be getting the assignment from today itself. Okay, and yeah, I will tell you the steps after the session. Okay, after completing this topic, we will be seeing how we can submit the assignment there, right? And about the quiz, guys, we have quiz tomorrow. Okay, like tomorrow we will be having quiz, and we will be having two winners in that quiz. Okay, because we have to complete some advanced stuff to uh, take some good questions in the quiz. Okay. Okay, great. So if else to control the flow of a program, and great. So Nishant is correct here, and everyone is correct here to transfer the control of a program. Okay, great. Yeah. So guys, to control the flow of a program, we use control statements, right? So what happens? We know what is the default behavior of execution of a program. Okay, the default behavior of execution of program is what? It will first search for the main function. Main function is the entry point of the execution, right? Entry point of the execution. And from the main function, what happens? Our execution will start in a sequential order, right? Sequential order here. But what can happen in a problem statement? You may like encounter a problem where you have to skip a part of a code, right? Skip a part of code or logic, right? On the basis of some condition. On the basis of some condition, you are saying, hey, I have to skip that part of a code on the basis of some condition here. Or you may encounter a problem where you have to write a solution where you have to repeat a logic where you have to repeat a logic again and again, right? Logic again and again. Or you want to jump from one part of a code to another part of a code, that is jump from one part of a code to another part of a code, from one part to another part. So to encounter such kind of situation we use control statement, right? This is our first situation, second situation, and this is our third situation, right? So what happens to encounter the first situation here, we use selection statement, right? Selection statement here. So we have different kind of selection statement, that is else if else if. Okay, we have nested if, and we have switch case, right? To encounter the first situation, right? This one. To handle the second situation, that is to repeat a part of a code again and again, to execute a part of a code again and again, we have to use iterative statement here, right? Iterative statement. So we have different kind of iterative statement, that is for loop, while loop, and do while loop, right? And to handle the third situation we have jump statement, right? Jump statement here. So we have different kind of jump statement, that is break, okay, continue, return, right? So let's try to understand each of the each of the statements, control statement, one by one, okay everyone? Yeah. So here, so let's start with the selection statement, right? So first selection statement is what? If else. Can you guys write in the chat in which situation we have to use if else? Please write in the chat. Till that time I'm writing the syntax here, right? Okay, so the question is in which situation we should use if else, right? So here if, and after that we have condition part, and after that we have curly bracket, open and close curly bracket, and after that we have the else part. Here we have the body of if, okay. Here we have to write the code for the body of else, right? So my question is in which situation we can use if else? One or more condition is true, okay, one of conditions true or false, correct? Yeah. So guys, always remember this part ki hai, when you are in a situation where you have just two options available, just only, okay, you have only two options available, and among the two options you have to just choose one option, okay. So you have two options available, and from the two options available you have to choose one option, you have to go with if else, right everyone? So what happens, so first the condition will be checked. If the condition is true, if the condition is true, you will move inside the body of if, you will execute the body of if, and after executing the body of if you will skip this part of the code when the condition is true, right everyone? And if the condition is false, here, if the condition is false, that is false, then what will happen, you will skip the if block and you will move inside the else part, you will execute the code inside the else part. So this is a flow of if else. Everyone is clear, right? Just you have to remember this point ki when you have only two options available, you have to choose one option among them, you have to use if else. So let's try to understand this with the help of example, okay. So what I have to do, I have to check whether a number is a even or odd, right? Whether a number is even or odd here. So guys, tell me, here you can see you have a number, right? And this number can be either even or this can be either odd, okay. So you have just two options available, and you have to choose one option among them on the basis of the condition, and the condition is what, this number is divisible by divisible by 2. So if it is divisible by 2, that is, if it is divisible by 2, you have to print even on the output screen. And if it is not divisible by 2, you have to print odd on the output screen. Right, everyone? Yes or no? Please write in the chat if it is clear. So you can see we are skipping a part of a code on the basis of a condition. That is, either this part of a code will get executed or this part of a code will get executed on the basis of this condition here. Right? So tell me in the chat how I can check whether the number is even or odd. Okay, please write in the chat. Please write in the chat, guys, how I can check whether the number is even or odd. So what we do, we write if here, right? And after that, I have a number. Let's assume int num is equal to 20. Okay. Okay. And what I have to do, I have to write num modulo 2 is equal to 0, right? This one. And if this condition is true, what will happen? What will happen, guys? Here I will print system.out.println even, right? Else, what I will print? I will print system.out.println odd. Right, everyone? So here I have written a short form of system.out.println. Okay. So, okay. So here, like I'm getting one answer. Ki, hey, we are writing num division operator, right? So let me tell you this point also. What happens here, guys? So what you are doing, let's take a 15 here, right? 15 here, and we are dividing 15 with 2 here. So the moment you will do this part, what will happen? 2 sevens are 14, right? And you will get 1 as this, right? So this part is what, guys? This part is a quotient part, right? And this part is what? This is a remainder part, right? And if you are writing like this, ki hey, 15 divided by 2, you will get the quotient part, that is 7 you will get here, right? And if you will write like this, ki 15 modulo 2, then you will get the remainder part, that is 1 here, right? That is remainder part. So what I am writing here is like I am writing num modulo 2 is equal to 0. If there is 0 remainder, then it is completely divisible by 2, right? That is, if I will take any number, let's take a 7 here. So 7 divided by 2, you will get what? You will get 1 as remainder here, right? 6 divided by 2, you will get 0 as remainder here. 9 divided by 2, you will get 1 as remainder here. So you can easily like visualize this point key when you are getting 0 as remainder, that means that number is completely divisible by 2, right? So that's why I have written num modulo 2 is equal to 0. So here you can see here I am writing 2 equal to sign, right? So here I have the left hand side part equal to right hand side part. So here we are not assigning a value, right? Here we are checking whether the left hand side value is equal to the right hand side value. Okay, if it is equal, the condition is true. If it is not equal, the condition is false. Everyone is clear till this point? Yes or no? Please write in the chat. Yeah. So here I have written the same thing. If I am taking 20 modulo 2, I will get the remainder as 0, right? 0 is equal to 0. Yes. Yes, everyone. Yeah. So 0 is equal to 0. You can see the left hand side part is equal to right hand side part. That means the condition is true. If I will take some other number, let's take this one, 15 here, right? Then what will happen? In the left hand side part, 15 modulo 2, I will get remainder as 1. Okay, equal to the right hand side part is what? 0. So 1 is equal to 0, false. Okay, this equality check is false. So if it is false, you will not execute the if part, you will execute the else part, and you will print odd on the output screen. Right, everyone? So let's try to write this code also. Anyone has any doubt in this part, please write in the chat. So what I will do, Here I will take a number, that is int num is equal to 17, and after that here I will write if num modulo 2, okay, is equal to 0, that number is a system dot out dot println, okay, that number is a even number, right? Else that number is a odd number here, right? Let's try to run the code and let's see whether the answer is even or odd. So here you can see we are getting the answer as odd, right? Because 17 modulo 2 will give me 1, and if condition is false, so we will execute the else part. Everyone is clear? Yes or no? Please write in the chat. Yeah. So let's move to the second, okay, second selection statement, that is if else if. Please write in the chat, guys, when I can use if else if. Okay, when I can use if else if here. In which scenario I can use if else if. Till that time I'm writing the syntax here, right? So the syntax is what I have to write if, and after that condition, and else if condition 2, else if condition 3. Like this we have multiple else if block here, right? And at the end we have else part, and this else part is optional also, right? Condition here, okay. Everyone is clear? When we have more conditions, when there are two or, okay, so when we have more than two options available, more than two options available, and I have to choose only one option among them, okay, choose one option among them, among them, then I can go with the if else if part, right? Then I can go with the if else if part. Here what will happen, the condition will be checked. The moment the condition is true, I will execute that particular if block, and after that I will skip the remaining else if else part, right everyone? So if let's assume condition 1 is true, then I will execute the code of this if, and after executing the code of this if, I will skip the remaining else if ladder, right everyone? So here what happens, let's assume the condition 1 is false, you will move to condition 2. Condition 2 will be checked. If condition 2 is true, you will execute the body of this particular if, and after that you will skip the remaining else if else ladder, right everyone? Yeah. So let's try to understand this thing with the help of an example, right? Okay, so let's take a good example. What I have to do now, I have to create a ATM machine, right? ATM machine here, and guys, you have used ATM machine. What happens in an ATM machine? You have two options available, right? That is option one. If user is choosing option one, then you can add or credit amount in your bank account, right? Add or credit amount in bank account, right? Like this. You have a, okay, here. So you have a bank account, and in that bank account you have some amount initially. Let's assume the amount initially is 5,000 rupees. So if the user is choosing option 1, what you can do, you are saying ki, hey, let's assume here user want to credit 3,000 rupees. So this is a 3,000 rupees, and what you have to do, you have to add this part, that is 3,000 plus 5,000 rupees, that is 8,000 rupees. So the total amount in the bank account is what, it is 8,000 rupees now, right everyone? This is the first situation. The second situation is what, option 2. In option 2 you are saying ki, hey, yeah, in option 2 you will debit or subtract amount from the current balance, right? From the current bank account you can debit or subtract. Let's assume here also you have two options, right? Let's assume you have 5,000 rupees in the current like you have 5,000 rupees as current balance in your bank account, right? And here let's assume you want 7,000 rupees. Okay, you want to debit 7,000 rupees, then what you get? You get insufficient fund on the output screen, right? Insufficient fund on the output screen, right? And because why you are getting insufficient fund? Because the amount you entered is greater than the amount in the bank account, right everyone? The second case is what? Let's assume you have entered the amount that is less than the bank account amount, right? Then you can easily debit the amount. Then what you will do? You will say ki hey, 5,000 rupees minus 3,000 rupees, I will get the amount left in the bank account will be 2,000 rupees, right everyone? So this will get updated and 2,000 rupees will be there in the bank account. Okay, apart from that, apart from option 1 and option 2, if you have pressed any other key, right? If you have pressed any other key, you should print invalid choices. Okay, invalid choice. Everyone is clear with the problem statement? Please write in the chat if it is clear. Problem statement is clear, guys? Anyone has any doubt in any part of the problem statement? No one? Clear? So let's try to break the problem statement and let's try to understand how I can solve this problem statement, right? So here, if you will see this part, okay, in order to handle the option wala part, here I have how many choices? Here I have more than two options available, more than two choices available. The moment I know ki hey, I have more than two choices available and I have to choose one option among them, I can use if else if here, right? I can handle this part with the help of if else if. Again, add, addition is simple, that is you are just using addition operator, right? Add operator here. In the subtract part, in the subtract part, that is in option 2, again you have two choices. Okay, again you have two choices and you have to choose one options among them. So this time you have just only two options available. Okay, and you have to choose only one option among them. So you are saying ki, hey, here I will not use if else if, here I can use if else and my work will be done, right anyone? Yes or no? Please write in the chat. So this part, that is the debit part, I can handle with the help of if else, and the option wala part I can handle with the help of if else if, right? And I know how I can do subtraction and addition operator, right? So this is about the breakdown of the problem statement. So let's try to understand one more thing. Here you can see one more thing. I have to take input from the user, right? So this time, till this time, I don't know how I can take input from the user, right? Take input from the user. So guys, how I can take input from the user? I have to use a, okay, I have to create a object of a scanner class, because you can say ki the functionality of taking input from the user is written inside the scanner class, right? So you can assume like this ki hey, we have a scanner class here, right? This is a scanner class, and inside this scanner class we have different method with the help of which we can take input from the user. That is, we have next int method. If we want the input as integer, we have next boolean method. Okay, if we want the input as boolean, right? So here we have the list. I can show you the list here. So here you can see we have these all method inside the scanner class, right? That is next boolean to read a boolean value from the user, next byte to read a byte value from the user. Similarly, we have next int to read a integer value, float, double to read a float and double value from the user. Similarly, we have next line to read a string from the user. Okay everyone, so here we have different methods and we can use this method according to our problem statement, right everyone? So how to access these method? yesterday we have seen that part कि in order to access the house, in order to access the properties and functionality of a class, we have to create an object. So what we have to do, we have to create an object in our code of scanner class. So how I can create an object of a scanner class? I have to write the class name. Here the class name is what, guys? Scanner. After writing this class name, I have to write a reference name. So here the reference name is what? SC. You can write any name. Okay, we are using SC here, right? After that, we have to write equal to sign and new scanner, right? New scanner. So what happens? This part, this part will create a object in the JVM. Okay, this new will help us to create a object in the JVM. Here is our JVM, right? Inside the JVM, we have like different memories, right? So the two important memories are what? Stack and heap memories. Okay, I am not discussing about the heap memories today. Okay, I will take a proper sessions and there I will give you a good idea about the heap part. So you have to understand that when you are using the new keyword, the memory gets allocated inside the heap, right? Inside the heap, inside the heap. So for this one, yeah, so we have new scanner class that is used to create the object in the JVM, and this is a reference variable. With the help of the reference variable, I can use any method that are defined inside the scanner class. Right, everyone? Yes or no? So what I will do here, I want okay, and inside the scanner, I have one more thing. Okay, inside the scanner I have to tell from where I have to take input. Since here I have to take input from the keyboard, so what I will write, I will write system dot in. This will tell from where we have to take the input from the user. So here we have to take the input from the user, that's why here I am writing system dot in. Everyone is clear? Yes or no? Please write in the chat. Yeah. So after creating the object of a scanner class, what I will do? I will write SC. Since I want the input in the form of integer, I will use next int method with the help of a dot operator, and this will take the input. Okay, what happens here? Let's try to understand that part also. Uh, you can assume ki hey, you are sitting here. Let's assume Sonu. Okay, Sonu is here. So Sonu wants to take input from the keyboard, right? So he has the keyboard here, right? And he will type something. Okay, let's assume he types 1213. Okay, that something will get stored inside the buffer. Okay, you have a middle storage, that is buffer. In that storage, this input will be stored. Now you are here like now you want the input in your program, you want the input in integer format. So what you will do, you will say ki hey, I will use the reference variable dot operator and I will use next int. This will take the input from the buffer and convert the input to integer format. Similarly, let's assume you want the input in float. So what you will write? Sc dot next float. So what will happen? It will take the input from the buffer and convert that input to float. Right, everyone? So this coding, this part, this conversion part is already written inside the next int, next float method. You have to just call that method in order to use the functionality. And in order to call the method, you have to use the reference variable. Right, everyone? Yes or no? And this part will be taken care by the system.in, right? Because here you want the input from the standard input device, that is your keyboard. Everyone is clear till this part? Yes or no? Please write in the chat. Okay, so let's try to take input from the user. So what I will do here, I will write scanner. Sc is equal to new scanner, and after that here I will write system.in because I want the input from the keyboard, right? And after that, what I will do, I have to take the input from the keyboard, right? But I have to store that input somewhere. And in order to store the data somewhere, we have learned yesterday, we can use variable. So what I will do, I will create a variable here that is int num. And here I will write int num is equal to sc dot next int, right? So what will happen here? This one, right? This one. So I will take the input from the buffer and convert that input to the integer format. Let's assume I have typed 13, so 13 will be there, and I'm storing that 13 inside a variable, and the name of the variable is num, and here it is of integer type. Integer type means 4 byte will get allocated inside the computer memory, right everyone? Why can't we use int num? Yeah, you can use that part also. Here I have explained that thing in single line. You can write like this also, that is int num. Okay, and after that num is equal to sc dot next int. So three, now it is clear. Yeah, so you can write in two different lines, or you can write in a single line also, right? So what I want, let's come back to the question now, right? Yeah. So our question is this one, right? This one, this one. So first I have to, like, I know how I can take input from the user. Now I have to like handle this part, that is option 1, option 2, and option 3. So first I will write a message on the screen. Okay, 1 minute. Let me write a message on the screen. That is, I will use system dot out dot println, right? And here I will write, hey, please choose one to add or credit, and two to debit, right? So here I am giving a proper message also, so like this, right? And after writing this message, what I will do, I will take a variable. Let's take the variable as option here, right? And this one option, right? And after that, I know how I can handle the three options, that is with the help of if else if. So option is equal to 1, I have to write some code. And after that, else if option is equal to 2, I have to write some code. And the else part, that will handle ki hai invalid option wala part, right? And after that, here I will take a variable int bank balance. Okay, bank balance. And here let's assume the amount in the bank balance is 5,000 rupees, right? So let's try to first deal with the option 1. So here option 1 is what, we have to add amount in the bank account. So what I will do, I will print a message again, right? That is, hey, please enter the amount you want to credit. Okay, yeah, please enter the amount to credit. Okay, like this. And after that, what I will do, I will create a variable amount, and I will take the input from the user. And in order to take the input from the user, I will use the reference variable, that is sc, right? That is at line number 6, sc. And after that, with the help of dot operator, I will use next int. Okay, next int, right? Like this. And whatever result I will get from the keyboard, that will get stored inside the amount variable. After that, what I will do, I will do the subtraction part, that is bank balance, sorry, addition part, that is bank balance plus amount. And whatever result I will store that result again in the same container, that is bank balance, right? So here, this one, right everyone? Yeah. So what will happen, this one, let's understand this part, right? So if the user is choosing option 1, so 1 is equal to 1, this will be true. This statement will get printed on the output screen, that is, please enter the amount to credit. After that, let's assume you are taking 3,000 rupees, you are entering 3,000 rupees. So what will happen, you have the assignment operator, that means right hand side part will get executed first, that is 3,000 plus, sorry, is 5,000 plus 3,000 rupees, that is 8,000 rupees. So this 8,000 rupees will get stored in the bank balance, right? So first in the bank balance it is 5,000 rupees, now it is 8,000 rupees, right everyone? Yes or no? So now let's cover the second part, that is else if part, right? In the else if part, what we have done here, you can see I have to again handle this condition, right? So what I will do, that is first I will write a message, this one, please enter the amount to debit, right? And after that I will take the input from the user, right? That is this one. And after taking input from the user, what I will do, I will check ki, hey, if the amount is greater than the bank balance, right? Bank balance here, right? If the amount is greater than the bank balance, then what I have to do, I have to print insufficient fund, right? So here I will write a message, that is system.out.println, this one, and here it will be insufficient fund, right? Like this. In the else part, if condition is not true, that means the amount is less than equal to bank balance, right? So what I will do, I will write ki, hey, bank balance is equal to bank balance minus amount. And in the else part I will write ki, hey, so now I have handled the if part, that is option 1. I have handled option 2. Now I have to handle option 3, that is here I will write ki, hey, invalid input, right? Like this one. And after that, at the end, what I will do, I will print the, yeah, I will print the actual amount. So the amount in bank account, write this, right? Bank account, and here I can write ki, hey, it will be equal to the data stored inside the bank balance container, right? So I will print this bank balance here, like this. So since I'm using, here you can see, since I'm printing some English statement and I want the data of a variable, I'm using a plus operator to concatenate that part, right everyone? Okay, so now if you have any question, please write in the chat. Correct. Sonu, correct. Try to take next line next by yourself, try to do some experiment, and then you will get the clear idea, right? Okay. Praveen is saying, sir, please can you repeat scanner and its function? What is amount? What if amount is equal to bank balance? So good question. So here, tell me guys, what will happen if the amount is equal to the bank balance? Please write in the chat. You will move to the if body or you will move to the else part. Okay. You will move to the if body or you will move to the else part if the amount is equal to the bank balance. Please write in the chat. So here you are saying ki, hey, 5,000 rupees is less than 5,000 rupees. So this condition is what? This condition is false. So if this condition is false, the moment you will move inside the else part. Okay, clear? Correct. So now Praveen is having one doubt ki, hey, like what you are not able to understand. Can you please repeat scanner and its function? I didn't understand anything. Uh, so basically, okay, please watch that part again because it will again take 15 to 20 minutes, Praveen. Okay, again watch this part, and if you are not able to understand anything, then please come again like tomorrow, and I will explain that part again. Okay, yeah. Okay, Praveen. So this is about if else if, and you can see one more thing right here, guys, right? Yeah. So here you can see inside the else if block, you have written one more if else condition, right? Inside the else if part, you have written one more if else condition. So this part is called nested if, right? So you are using nested if else here inside the else if part. So now you're clear with the if else if, and nested if, right? So, okay. Praveen is saying, yes, sir, please explain code one more time. I am new student, please, sir. Praveen, like if you are watching this session, then it is like simple, right? I have told you this part. You are able to understand this diagram, right? How to handle the first case, that is option one, option two, option three. For that part, we have used if else, if, and to handle this part, we are using if else, right? And that I have implemented in the code also, right? You can see this one. That is option 1 and option 2, right, Praveen? Option 1 is used to handle that add wala part, and option 2 is used to handle the subtract part, right? And in the option 2 I have again two options, that is either the amount is greater than the bank balance, then I have to print insufficient fund, and else it will be bank balance minus amount. Okay, Praveen? Yeah. So now let's move to the third part, that is the switch case, right? So guys, can you write in the chat when I can use switch case? In which scenario I can use switch case? Please write in the chat. Okay. Switch case here. Anyone from the audience? Switch case here. Till that time I'm writing the this. Okay, it's the syntax part. So what you have to write? You have to write switch, and after that you have the expression. Okay. And after that you have to write case expression 1 colon, and after that the body. Okay, body, and at the end you have to write break keyword, right? Case expression 2, again the body and the break keyword, right? Case expression 3, body and the break keyword. Likewise, you have multiple cases here, and at the end you have the default one, right? Default, and in the default one you have the body and the break keyword, right? And after that the curly bracket here, right? So this is the syntax of switch case. So when I can use switch case, guys? So here I am getting the answer when they are predefined option. Correct. Bharat is correct here when we have the predefined option, or again, sir, when there are many cases. Correct. So here we can say ki hey, again, when we have more than two options available, more than two options available, and I have to choose one option among them, right? Choose one option among them. Then I can use switch case. But I have learned this point in the if else if also. We are saying ki hey, if else if is also used for the same situation. Then what is the difference between switch case and if else if? Okay. So the first difference is what? Here, like Bharat has already given that answer. Ki when you have predefined options available, okay, when you have predefined options available, go with switch case. When you want a structure code, go with switch case. Okay. When okay, so what is the limitation of switch case over if else if? Okay, when in the code, okay, when in the code you have the condition, and in the condition part you have the range given, right? So let's try to understand that part. What do you have to do? Okay, let's assume you have to print the grade of a student, right? So you have to print the grade of the student. So you are saying ki, hey, if the grade is greater than 80, and grade is less than 90, then what I will print? I will print what, guys? I will print B, let's assume, right? Similarly, grade is greater than 70, and grade is less than 80. Then what I will print? I will print C here, right, everyone? So here you can see in the condition you have a range. right? In the condition you have a range. So when in the condition you have a range, always prefer if else if over switch case, right? Okay, you have to prefer if else if over switch case. So this will be the second point you have to note. So range based condition, right? Here, this one. So predefined structure, range based condition. Second, the third point is what? Whenever you have a menu driven program given, okay, when you have a menu driven program given, then you have to use switch case. Like you go to the hotel, right? In that hotel you have a menu, right? To the particular food item you have the particular price given, right? So if you are getting a feeling of a menu driven program, go with switch case over if else, right? So there is some limitation of switch case also. In the expression you can use integer value, you can use character value, or you can use some string value here, that is sequence of character. You are not allowed to use float, double, boolean value here. Okay, you can use boolean value, but it is not a good practice. Okay, always try to use integer value, character value, or sequence of character, that is string, inside the expression part. And apart from that, this break keyword is also optional. Okay, this break keyword is what? It is optional, right everyone? Yes or no? Please write in the chat if it is clear till this point. Correct. Praveen is correct. Like printing mark sheet, calendar, menu of a hotel. Okay. And this program also that I have done, right? This program also you can do with the help of switch case. And switch case will give you a better code readability and better structure code, right? So here also you have a some menu, right? Option one, option two. There can be multiple option also, right? According to the problem statement, right? Yes or no? So let's try to take one example and then we will get the clear understanding. What I have to do, I have to create a calendar program, right? So then you will get the clear understanding. What we have to do, we have to take our input from the user, that is a month value, right? Month value we have to take month value, and corresponding to that month value I have to print the month name. So let's assume 2, I have to print February. Let's assume 4, I have to print April, right? So here you can see I have a set of predefined options available. That is multiple options available and I have to choose only one option among them. So I can go with the switch case, right? So let's try to write the code. This one. Let's try to comment this part right here. So what I will do, I will write a nth month. Okay, let's take a nth month and let's take 5 here. Okay, after that switch, and in the switch I have to pass the expression. Here the expression is what? Month. On the basis of the month I have to choose a case, right? So inside the month I will, inside the switch I will write different cases. That is case if the month value is equal to the 1, then what I have to do, I have to print system.out.println, and here I have to print January, right? January here, and here I have to use break keyword, right? And similarly I can copy this one, and for February, March, April, May, June, right? So here if the month value is 2, then what I can do, I will print Feb here, right? If the month value is 3, I can print March here, right? If the month value is 4, I can print April here, right? This one. And this is May, and this is June here, right? So this will be 5 and this will be 6 here, right? And similarly I will copy this again and paste it here, right? This one. So in order to this one, and this will be 7, and this will be 8, this will be 9, this will be 10, this will be 11, and this will be 12 here, right? And here I will write key December, and here this will be November, and this will be October, right? September, and August, and this will be July here, right? And we have the default one also. Let's write the default one also, right? That is for the default one, we have what? We will write here system dot println invalid value, right? Invalid month value. So invalid. Let's write invalid here, right? And I'm done with the code. Let's try to run the code and let's see what output I'm getting here, right? So here the month value is 5. So according to our program, we should get May on the output screen, right? So let's see. Till this point, everyone is clear. So we are getting May on the output screen. This is very simple. Let's try to remove break keyword. Okay, break keyword here. Break keyword and break keyword here, right? So what I have done, we are saying कि hey, break keyword is optional, so I have removed break keyword from 3, 4 and 5 case, right? And there are break keyword in 6, 7, 8 and 9 and remaining one, right? So if I will take the month value as 4, right? Month value as 4 here. Please write in the chat, guys, what will be the answer now? Okay, what will be the answer now? Please write in the chat. If the value of month is 4, according to you, what will be the answer? Okay. Then it doesn't work. Why, Praveen? Like I told you, key break keyword is optional, so it is up to you. You can remove the break keyword and you can add the break keyword, right? April and May. Sidhu is saying ki hey, we will get April and May. Okay, still waiting for the correct answer. No one from the audience? Okay. April and May, no one, no one. Okay, let's see. Anyone? April, no. Okay, yeah. So Prakash is correct here. It will be April, May, and June. Let's try to run the code and let's see. Okay, no, no need to sorry. Okay, Praveen. Yeah, it is good key you are like answering the question. That is the main point, right? Then you will get the clear understanding. So here you can see what we are getting. We are getting April, May, and June, right? That is April, May, and June here, right, everyone? So why I am getting April, May, and June? Let's try to understand that part also, right? Okay. So here, what will happen? This one. So here the month value is what? 4, right? So I will go to case this, that is line number 10 case. Here the value of case is what? 1 is equal to 4, false. I will move to the next case. The value of case is what? 2 is equal to 4, false. I will move to the next case. The value of case is what? 3 is equal to 4, false. I will move to the next case. 4 is equal to 4, true. The moment the case value is equal to the expression value, I will execute the body. After executing the body, I am not having any break keyword. I will move to the next body is irrespective of the case value. Irrespective of the case value, I will move to the next body and I will print May on the output screen. After printing May, again I am not having any break keyword. So again I will move to the next body irrespective of the case value. So I will print June on the output screen. And after that I will execute this line, that is break keyword. And the moment I encounter a break keyword, what will happen? Break keyword is saying ki hey, move out of switch case block. Move out of switch case. So the moment this will get encountered, that is break keyword will get encountered, I will be out of the switch block. Right, everyone? So that's why April, May, and June is getting printed on the output screen. Yes or no? Please write in the chat. So this is the exception when you are not using break keyword, then how the switch case behave, right? Everyone is clear now? So let's try to understand one more thing, and after that we will be ending our session. So guys, can you write in the chat? This will be the last thing. Okay, if I have to combine more than one condition, what operator I will use? Please write in the chat. Okay, if I have to combine in the if block or in the if else block, in any block, okay, if I have to combine more than one condition, how I can combine? Please write in the chat, guys. Let's see which operator I will use. Should I use for loop? Yeah. No, 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 no. No. Okay, anyone? Which operator I should use in order to combine multiple condition? Correct. So we can use either and, either or. Okay. So I can use and or, right? So depends on the problem statement. I can use and or. Problem statement. I can use and or. So basically these operators are called logical operator. So let's try to give 5 to 10 minutes on the logical operator, and after that we will be ending our session, right? So logical operator is what? So we have three logical operator, that is and here we have and, right? Or, so we have or here, not. So for not we have this one. So let's try to understand and here, right? So like this, let's assume, okay, uh, let's take Shubham, right? So Shubham is there, and Shubham is there, right? And here, like what we have to do, let's assume Shubham wants a driving license. Okay, so what Shubham will do, he will go to the RTO office, right? And there will be a officer who is in charge of giving driving license to that particular person, and here he has set a criteria for the driving license, right? So the criteria is what? The age should be greater than equal to 18, and the person should know how to drive, right? So if these two criteria are correct, then he will get the driving license. So in order to get the DL, both the conditions should be true. So when like here we can say ki, hey, both the conditions should be true, so here we have to use and, right? So we are talking about logical and we have two conditions, condition 1, condition 2. Condition 1 is what? It is कि hey, age should be greater than equal to 18, and condition 2 is what? That person should know how to drive, right? So Shubham is saying कि hey, my age is 25. Okay, and okay, and in the problem statement itself you can see you have and, right? So that's why here you're using and. So here, according to Shubham is saying ki, hey, in the Aadhaar card his age is 25, but he went to the this test and he is not able to clear the driving test, right? He is not able to clear the driving test. So this is the first case. Can you guys write in the chat, will Shubham get the DL or not? Okay, will Shubham get the DL or not? Anyone? No. Correct? Shubham will not be able to get the DL because first condition is true, but the second condition is false here. Right, everyone? So now let's assume we have Sam here, and Sam is saying ki, hey, my age is 17, and Sam know how to drive the car, right? In this situation, again, Sam will also not get the DL because the first condition is false, right, everyone? The first condition is false, so the overall condition is false here, right? In the third case scenario, let's take Praveen here, right? Praveen. Praveen is saying ki, hey, my age is 25 and I know how to drive. Like he has given the driving test and the officer is saying ki, hey, you are eligible to take the DL because both the condition are true. So Praveen will get the DL. And now here I am, and my age is, let's assume, 16, and I don't know how to drive, right? So this time both the condition are false, so the overall condition is false and I will also not get the DL, right, everyone? So this is the behavior. If you will observe this point here, this is the behavior of and. When any one of the condition is false, when any one of the condition is false, the overall condition is false. That is Shubham case, Sam case, and my case. If any one of the condition is false, the overall condition will be false, right everyone? In Praveen case, all the condition are true. That's why the Praveen is getting the DL. So when you are using and, all the conditions should be true. Everyone is getting that point? Yes or no? Please write in the chat. Yeah. Please write in the chat if it is clear. Yes. Okay, great. So here, officer is very smart. He's saying, ki, hey, I have to take a very I have to take a lot of test. Okay, so here officer will do a officer will use his brain, and when he will go to the Shubham, he will say, ki, hey Shubham, your age is 25, so I will check. I will take some time and I will check whether you know how to drive or not. So here, in the case of Shubham, here in the case of Shubham, he will check condition 1 also and condition 2 also, because condition 1 is true. So he will move to the condition 2 also. Right everyone? Yes or no? In Sam case, the first condition is false. Right? In Sam case, the first condition is false. So the officer will say, ki, hey Sam, since your age is not greater than 18, there is no need to check whether you know how to drive or not. So officer will just execute condition 1. Officer will not execute condition 2. Right? In Praveen case, officer will say, ki, hey, you are eligible to vote. Sorry, you are eligible to for driving license because your age is greater than 25. So officer will check the first condition. First condition is true. Officer will move to the second condition. The second condition is true, and officer will say, ki, hey, the overall condition is true. In my case, officer will just check the first condition. He will not waste time to check the second condition. He will not waste time to check the to execute the second condition. And this is the behavior of compiler also. When the compiler will execute more than two condition and you are using and, the moment you are getting false, the moment you are getting false, the compiler will stop and compiler will not check the remaining condition. Everyone is clear? Yes or no? So here, if I will say, ki, hey, I have two condition, that is condition 1 and condition 2. So if condition 1 is false, the compiler will not execute condition 2. Okay, the compiler will execute condition 2 only when the condition 1 is true. Okay, only when the condition 1 is true. Then only the compiler will execute condition 2. Yeah. So this is okay. So let's move to the next logical or, right? So now again there is a sale on the Flipkart, right? That is Big Billion Day sale is going on the Flipkart, and on the Big Billion Day sale you can, like, you see, right, you are getting 20% discount, and there is some there is some scenarios, right? So let's assume you are getting 20% discount, and the scenario is what? The amount in the bag should be greater than 5,000 rupees, or you must be having a SBI credit card. Okay, card. So either the amount is greater than 5,000 rupees, you will get 20% discount, or you are having a SBI credit card, you will get the 20% discount. Okay, so let's take condition 1 here, or condition 2 here, right? So let's take Praveen this time, right? Praveen is here and Praveen is saying ki, hey, he wants to buy an iPhone. Okay, and the amount in the bag is 1 lakh rupees. So the first condition is true, right? That is, the bag amount is greater than 5,000 rupees SBI card, right? The first condition is true, and Praveen is not having any card, right? Praveen is not having any card. He will say, ki, hey, I will give the cash, right? So can you guys tell me whether Praveen will get the discount or not? Will Praveen is eligible for 20% discount or not? Please write in the chat. Anyone? Correct. Praveen is eligible for the discount, right? Because the first condition is true, and here either of the condition is true, that person will get the discount, right? So Sidhu is here, and Sidhu is saying ki, hey, Sidhu has done 3,000 rupees shopping, right? but he is having a SBI credit card. So Sidhu will also get the discount because the second condition is true. So here we are having okay, Pawan, and Pawan is saying ki, hey, I want an iPhone also, so I have 1 lakh rupees, and Pawan is having the SBI card also, right? So Pawan will also get the discount because both the condition is true, right? So now this is me, Abhishek. So like I am not having like the amount in the bank account is, sorry, the amount in the bag is 200 rupees, and I am not having any SBI credit card also, right? So this time I will not get the discount, right? So in the case of, okay, in the case of or, you can see if any one of the condition is true. This time if any one of the condition is true, the overall condition is true, right? In the case of Praveen, first condition is true but the second condition is false, then also Praveen is getting the discount. Sidhu case is also getting the discount because the second condition is true. Praveen case, both the condition is true, that is any one condition is true, Pawan is getting the discount, right? But in my case, all the condition are false. That's why I'm not getting any discount. Right, everyone? Yes or no? If it is clear or not. So how now? Flipkart are like a very busy site and they are doing a lot of transaction, right? Correct. So yeah, it is correct ki if any one of the condition is true, the overall condition is true in case of logical or, right, everyone? So Flipkart is very busy site and Flipkart will say ki, hey, let's go to Praveen. In the Praveen case, first condition is true. I will just execute the first condition. There is no need to execute the condition 2. Similarly, in Sidhu case, first condition is false. There is a chance for the second condition to be true. So, second condition will get executed, right? In the Sidhu case, because the first condition is false. In Pawan case, the first condition is true. Flipkart will not execute condition 2 in Pawan case because Flipkart knows कि you are using or and the overall condition will be true. In my case, the first condition is false. Flipkart will execute the second condition. So this will be the behavior of compiler also. If if you are using or condition 1, condition 2, right? And if the first condition is true, the compiler will not execute condition 2. The compiler will execute condition 2 only when the first condition is false. So there is a chance that second condition can be true. So then compiler will execute condition 2. Everyone is clear? So the last operator is not. So in case of not, what we have, if the condition is true and you are using not, it will toggle the result. That is, it will give the result as false, right? And if you are having not and you are having false here, right? So you will get true here. That is, not means it will toggle the result, right, everyone? Yeah. So this is all about the selection statement and the logical operator. Okay. In the next session, we will be discussing about the loops, how to dry run the loops, and we are going to take a problem statement, also a good problem statement to understand the for loop, while loop, and do while loop. And after that, if we have the time left, we are going to discuss about the object, how the object is getting created in the heap, and like what all factor is important to like understand the object all apart, right? So this is all for today's session, guys. If you have any doubt, you can write in the chat. Till that time, let me you must be knowing about this Java Interview Accelerator program. So this is a program that will be starting from 1st May, okay, 2023, and you can see the USP of the program. That is, there will be 3 month live learning classes on Java, and all the DSAs, algorithms, and problem will be discussed in these 3 months. Okay, there will be 3 mock interview that is taken by the working professional in the industries, and you will be having more than 100 plus problem statement that are frequently asked in the interview, right? So apart from that, here this is a very important USP of our program. That is, if you are not getting placed, right, within after completing the course, if you are not getting placed, you will get the fees refunded from our side, right, within 180 days, right? And here you can see the duration of the program, that is 3 months, right? Eligibility criteria, whether you are BTech or any similar degree. And apart from that, the fees is very less, that is 5,900 rupees. And Still, if you're not getting placed, you will get the like you will get the money refunded after 180 days. So it is a win-win situation from your side, right? And it is a discount price, like this is our second batch and we are giving this price, okay? So try to enroll in this program, try to take the advantage of this program. Those who want to enter in the IT field, they can take the advantage. Here we are providing you the structure code course, and you will be going like you will be learning on the in-depth knowledge of all the data structures, and like you will be learning ki how to implement any data structure in any problem statement, right everyone? So this is about the program, and here you can see the what all we are going to learn in this program, that is oops concept, jdbc, sql, dsas, and we are using intellij as our id, right? Apart from that, here you can see who all are going to train you in this java interview accelerator program, right? And here from here you can download the brochure, right? Apart from that, if you have to like yeah, here you can see how to mark the attendance. You have to go to this link, that is attendance link, and from here open this link. Let me see. Yeah, it is taking time. Okay, great. So you have to go to the attendance link, and from there you can mark the attendance, okay? And from the assignment one, let me open this part, right? Why it is not, yeah. So here, this one. So you can see the option of mark attendance, right? Try to mark the attendance on a daily basis, then only you will get the certificate. That is the bootcamp essential certificate. If your attendance will be more than 50%, right? So how to mark the attendance? You have to click on mark attendance button, and after that here you can give the rating if you are liking the session, if you are understanding. So here you can give the rating, and after that if you are interested in our 6 month let's upgrade full stack program, so the okay, so about the 6 month let's upgrade full stack and data science program, you will get the link from here. I am going to discuss about this link in the tomorrow session. You can go to the link and you can explore that part by your own. And after that, what you can do is like, if you have any suggestions, you can write here, right? Or you can write in the comment. According to that, we will be trying to improve ourselves, right? So this is about the attendance part. Those who are in the course, they will get a link here to submit the assignment, and to get the problem statement. So what you have to do, you have to take, okay sir, can I mark previous attendance? uh, you can mark the previous attendance, but try to mark the attendance on time, okay? I don't know ki whether that previous attendance is counted or not, but like what I know is like it will not get counted, right? So you have to attend the live class and you have to mark the attendance in the live itself, right? Live class itself. And after that there will be a assignment options, okay? Here you will get the assignment link. So from here you have to open the assignment link, and you have to like you will get the problem statement. What you have to do is like you have to solve that problem statement, okay? Upload that problem statement on github. Those who don't know about github, they can google that part, how to create a account on the git, how to create a repo on the git, okay, how to upload the file on the github, and how to share that file. You will get the answer on the like you will get the answer on the google, because it is like open source and there are a lot of contribution there, right? So you can explore that part by your own. So what you have to do, you have to upload the assignment, you have to share the link here, right? Here. So apart from the assignment, certificate part, if you will open the certificate, you will not get a certificate today. After day 5, those who are having more than 50% attendance, and those who have submitted the assignment on time, they will get the certificate, right? Okay. And apart from that, there is a community call on how DSA can boost your career. Here you can see, right? And that community call will be on 14th April at 9 p.m. So you can enroll in that community call. It is free of cost. There they will teach you key like why DSA is important, how you can get a job in DSA, and what all steps you have to follow to master DSA. Okay, everyone. So you can join this community call. It is free of cost, right? And yeah, we have discussed about this the java plus dsa program. Apart from that, if you have any doubt, you can ask in the chat. Yeah, no one. Okay, so yeah. So guys, this is all for today's session. Hope you are able to understand about the selection statement, about the logical operator, right? So in the tomorrow session, we are going to discuss about the loops, and after completing the loops, If we have time left, so we are going to learn about the object and like how the memory gets allocated behind the scene when you are creating the object using new keyword. Right, everyone? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Right.
If you have liked this Essentials program, which is giving you a confidence that you can become a developer, this is just a starting. You can enjoy this learning for at least next 6 months and also become a full stack web developer or a full stack data science person and crack a job end of the day. If you are interested for that program, just go check out LetsUpgrade's full stack program right now from the website. What are the key features of LetsUpgrade's full stack program? 3 key features of LetsUpgrade full stack program. Number 1, you get to learn everything live by an expert coming in from an industry. So this expert is working as a day job, and sham ke time, evening time, this guy is going to teach you in your classes. This cohort is going to be of only 20 students at the max. So lots of focus is there on you to make you an industry ready developer, and you can get jobs in 150 plus partner companies that we have got, that LetsUpgrade has got, NPCI, Red Cross and various other companies. Now talking about the second feature, you get to build 15 plus projects. These 15 projects will help you get the confidence that you can be the top-notch developer at any company. Let it be the FANG companies or the MANG companies, or let it be any tier 2 or a service-based or product-based companies. Third and the last feature, we have an amazing job board where on a day-to-day basis, we get 10 to 20 job descriptions, JDs, job applications being uploaded by companies directly. You can go ahead and check out those all jobs, apply, and we will go and get you prepared for that interview. So this is the 3 things, 3 big USPs of LetsUpgrade's full stack program. Go join right now. You can avail a 20% straight discount. The price of this program is 36,600, but you can get this program for 29,600 right now. Go check it out and let's meet in your batch one, which is happening this Saturday. Bye bye, take care, have a nice day.